Well, hello, everybody, and happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, June 25th, 2024, and this is Lisa Freeman coming to you live from stampingwithlisa.com. It's 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and I see lots of people joining on, so I'll give y'all a couple minutes to get on here, and then I'll say hello to everybody. So we are doing a fun technique today. I had already planned out what I was going to do tonight, and then I had class today. And I was going to do some of the projects from class for the video, but then I was like, well, I'm having the same class Thursday, so I really didn't want to do that because then the people who are coming Thursday won't be surprised. So I decided to keep that a surprise for them. So I ended up changing this at like 2 o'clock today, and I just finished it about an hour ago. So we are doing this instead. So it's a technique class. And I'm going to show you how I watercolored this. And I think it's really prettier in person than it is on the screen. But I mean, I think it always is prettier in person. Because when I took the picture of it and then I edit the picture a little bit to lighten it up and stuff, it just doesn't give you the actual color. And you can't see the shimmer either. So, but it is such a pretty card. I love both of these stamp sets. So this one is, now I can't even remember the name of it. Like Unbounded Beauty or something. No, Nature's Beauty. Nope. What is it? I meant to bring it in here, but it was in another box. So let me look it up real quick. It's my favorite set. And I can't remember the name of it. Hold on. We're getting there. Here we go. Oh, it's on the same page. So here's the sketch butterflies on page 68, and then Spotlight on Nature, that's what it is, on 69. So it's these two stamp sets, and they are both bundles, and they're both on sale. And as far as I know, everything came back in stock. So I think all of the bundles are back in stock, unless something sold out again in the last few days. But as far as I know, everything's back in stock. And then we're also using the paper on page 51. So we're using this paper here, the Country Lace, which is beautiful. And I keep seeing all these pretty things with the Birdhouse stamp set. And I haven't ordered that yet, but now I think I might have to order it because I keep seeing really cool stuff with it. So this is the paper, the Country Lace paper, and it is really pretty. The catalog just does not do it justice. So here are some of the sheets in here. And so we're using these two today. I used these two the other day for the shutter card, or faux shutter, whatever it's called, fractured card. We got this piece. Oh, and the backs too. That's the back of that one. And that one. I love that gray. These are like the colors of my house, kind of, except not the blue, but my house is mostly like this gray and white and black color. And then I have like a teal kind of color that's my accent color. So I love those colors. All right, and then this is our Fluid 100 watercolor paper. So we're using this today because whenever you watercolor, you don't want to use the regular paper because it will just kind of warp it up and soak through, and it just doesn't do very well. We used to have the, oh, what was it called? The one that had all those, the shimmer paper. We used to have shimmer paper that was thicker. I don't know about the thick white cardstock, but the watercolor paper definitely works better if you're watercoloring. So I would do that. And I wanted to show you how I cut it for this project because I maximized the real estate, I guess you would call it, for this card. Whenever I make cards, I always try to maximize my the way I cut it so that I don't waste any of this, because these sheets are small, so you don't want to waste any. So what I did when I cut it, I had this one here, and then I had my other piece here. So the first cut I made was here at 3 1/4, and I got this strip right here. And then I had another piece of this. So I got 2 of these pieces for this right here. And then this strip that you have left over, you can stamp 3 butterflies on there. So you can, that's how big it is. So you can stamp 3 of those butterflies on this scrap right here. so you don't waste anything. So you've got your 2 main sections, and then you've got 3 butterflies you can stamp, or you can do it like on one whole sheet like I did. So either way, you just cut it right at 3 1/4, and then you cut, after you cut this off, then cut it at 3 1/4 again. Get your 2 pieces, because it's 7 inches, so you'll have a teeny little strip at the bottom too left over, but it's 7 by 5 inches. So just wanted to give you that little tip. And so there's the sketch butterflies. It does come with the dies, so you want to get that right now when it's on sale, an extra 10%. Oh, let me say hello to everybody. Let me see. Oh gosh, everybody's on here now. We got almost 100. Hey Diana, hey Debbie, hey Julie, hey Nedra, hey Anne, hey Michelle, hey Cindy, hey Carol, hey Tony, hey Judy from Canada, hey Vicky, hey Diane. And Diane's one that's coming to class Thursday, so she won't see what we're doing yet. Hey Marva, hey Christine, hey Laura, hey Bill. Not doing great, but still plugging along with cancer treatments. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better, and I hope those side effects go away. Hey Tootsie Bell, hey Jilly, hey Mel, hey Kim G, hey Elizabeth. Scorching hot Salt Lake City. Ugh, it's scorching hot here too, but we got exciting rain yesterday. So we've had 2 weeks of no rain. We finally got rain yesterday. It was a miracle. It actually rained twice. But I tell you what, we're so dry. We got a torrential downpour, and I still went out and mowed the grass about 3 hours later, and the grass was dry as a bone. You couldn't even tell it had rained. So I was like, man, and I have been watering a little bit too, so that ground sucked that water in. So I got the grass mowed yesterday. That was good, but it was so humid and hot. Ugh. I forgot my space here at my place. Hey Wendy, hey Jane, hey Vicky, hey Gloria, hey Kathy. I think I'm gonna stop there because I'm seeing a lot of duplicates now. So, oh, Kathy's working on the napkin card. Press and Steel has a sticky side you should put up, and I put the sticky side down. That's funny. I put the sticky side down and then put so I had the paper, and then I had the sticky side down on the paper, then I had the napkin. That's funny that you put the sticky side up. That's interesting. I'll have to try it again and try it the other way. I have a little tickle in my throat this morning. I'm gonna take a drink. This morning I was eating breakfast, and you know how sometimes something goes down the wrong way and you start like choking and coughing? That's what I did. So all day long I've had this, like, my throat's hurting, and I've got like this tickle, like I still need to cough. Don't forget, this is the card kit for a few more days. We've only got, what's today, 25th? A few more days. So you can pick either one you want. There's going to be 3 of each one. I only have 2 made, so, but your kit will have 3. So you'll get either this one or this one. So when you order, I'll send you a thank you note, and then email me back and tell me if you want the butterflies or the flowers. And then that's if you have a $50 order using the host code. And if you have a $100 or more order, you will get the gems too. So, and you don't have to order exactly $50. It can be more than $50, but if it is at least $50, you get the card kit. So, and we've still got everything on sale to the end of the month, so extra 10% off of all the bundles, so that's a good deal. Let's see. Yeah, I think everything is back in stock right now. I'm pretty sure. Yes, everybody's praying for William. Good, good, good. Send William all your prayers. Well, Bill. We call him Bill. All right. I think I caught up with all the comments. What? Okay, Patricia says both bundles are unorderable. Now, I just checked yesterday, and they were both orderable. So, I don't know, unless they sold out again today. Did they sell out again? Because I just looked yesterday and they were both back in stock. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not sure. Not available. Oh, what? Okay, so I guess they came back in stock and sold out again. Well, that stinks. All right, sorry guys. So if you missed it, you missed it. All right, so let's go ahead and start. So what we're gonna do, you just need something to put your ink refill on. So I just grabbed one of my clear blocks because that's what I just had handy. But anything that is, you know, glass or plastic or something where it won't soak into, like you don't want a piece of wood or something like that, or paper or whatever. And let me show you what you need. So you need a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 Misty Moonlight, a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 white for the inside, a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 country lace that I just showed you. 3.5 by 3.5 is our Misty Moonlight. Watercolor paper is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then we've got these 3 pieces of the designer paper. That's the ones that go straight across. Kind of running out of room here. Let me see if I can stick it like this. There we go. All right, so take a screenshot of that. That's all the supplies that you need. Plus a scrap to stamp your butterfly. All right. Wow, that stinks that they're sold out again. Sorry, guys. I thought for sure they were available. That's why I did this card, because I was so excited because everything was back in stock. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Hopefully most of you guys got it. All right, let's take these off. So the first thing that you probably should do is color, because it takes a little while to dry. So I'm going to do that and put the card together. Oh, you know what I forgot? I did one other piece. Hold on, let me see if I've got it in here. Oh, it's over here. I forgot about this piece. This was kind of a last minute thing. On the inside, I put a little strip of that same paper that's 3/4 of an inch by 4. So I stuck it back in here. I forgot all about it. I cut it. And then I was like, what is this piece for? Okay, so that piece, this is 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. So that is the inside piece. So we'll just leave that over there. I didn't want to mix it up with my other 3 strips. So, all right, so let's get started. So everything is going to be stamped on watercolor paper. And I just put my scrap away for the butterfly. All right, and we're stamping in StazOn. So when you watercolor, you want to use StazOn. If you're watercoloring with water. If you're just watercoloring with like the blend, Stampin' blends, you don't need to do that. But all right, so we're gonna stamp in StazOn. I had to re-ink mine because it was, I never used StazOn hardly. So I had to put a ton of re-inker in there. Now, whenever I have a bigger stamp, I like to do it upside down. Oh, you know what I need to do first is the words. Let me get the words. Okay, you want to do your words first because they're not going to fit if you don't. So make sure you do your words first in the bottom corner. And that you can use any black you want to. Doesn't matter. All right, now let's ink this one more time. Just a little bit. All right, so scrap paper. All right, so we're gonna put this kind of tilted because if you put it straight, it's gonna go off the page. So we're gonna tilt it just a little bit like that. And give it a good press. Oh, thank you, Karen. Thanks, Myra. Hey, Kathy. Oh, good. I'm glad you got them, Sharon. All right, so that came out good. Then we're gonna take the butterfly and we're going to stamp the butterfly on another piece of watercolor paper. So if you just got on here, we're using watercolor paper and StazOn ink. And just stamp that right on there. And you can fit 3 on this piece, this scrap piece right here. Okay. For some reason, because watercolor paper is kind of, I don't know, textured, you need to let your ink sit there for a minute before you pick up your stamp. Okay, so we're going to color both of these. And here's a tip too, if you don't have this already. There's a lid that comes with your StazOn pad. If you put a couple dimensionals underneath the lid, between the lid and the plastic piece, then it'll stay on there when you take it off. All right, so let's get back to this. So what I did was I took my refills. So I used Balmy Blue. This is an old one. And then I used Boho Blue. So this is Boho. This is Misty Moonlight, and this is Balmy Blue. So I've got these three colors right here. So that's the Balmy, that's the Boho, and that's Misty Moonlight. And then I had another one, I put a little drop of Soft Sea Foam. So I already did these ahead of time. I didn't want to, I just need like 2 drops at the most. It does not take very much. Okay, so it's Soft Sea Foam and then these 3 blues. All right, then you need a watercolor brush, or really just any kind of paintbrush, but I like this really, really fine tip Stampin' Up! One. But I have water in it, but I like to have a little cup of water instead. And let me get my little napkin handy. So I like to dip it in the water. So I'm just dipping it in the water like that to get it wet. And you want to wet this like really, really good. So let's do the flower. Now let's do the butterfly first. Okay, so we're going to wet it really, really good. And I need my glasses on. Hold on. Okay. So we're just going to soak this up and try not to go out of the lines, because your ink will go wherever the water is. So you want it to be really, really pretty wet. You could even do like half at a time if you were worried about it drying. So, all right, so now this is just plain old water. So I'm just getting it wet. All right, then I'm gonna start with this one and just touch it. So I just want to put the Misty Moonlight all in here. And you might think, oh, that's a lot of water, but you're okay. You want just, and it's just going to kind of pool in there, but that's okay. We want it to stay pretty wet. Isn't that cool? How it just like fills it all in. So it's all, this is Boho Blue. Sorry, I think I just said Misty Moonlight a minute ago. This is the Boho. I probably should have left them on top so I could do that. Let me do that. So this was Balmy, Boho, and Misty Moonlight. So that way we know what colors they are. Okay. All right, then we're going to take a little bit of the, this is Misty Moonlight, and we're just going to dab that around the edges. Isn't that so cool how it just kind of moves? I think this is so funny. That the water kind of just moves out of the way when you put it in there. And then I put a little bit in the middle. I didn't wet that part, but that's okay. So I'm just dabbing this on. I'm not adding any more water. Okay. And then I'm gonna like dab a little bit of this off because it's super wet. And then I'm gonna put the lightest color on the center. So I'm gonna take a very tip of my napkin. You don't wanna take like the whole part, and just suck up just a little teeny bit of water. Just a teeny weensy bit. Okay, so it's still pretty wet, but I soaked up just a little bit. So I just got some of that off. All right, now I'm gonna take, clean that off, and take a dab of the Balmy Blue and put it in the center. Because I want that like, it's funny that it comes out kind of turquoisey. I don't know why, because it's Balmy Blue, but So all I'm doing is just kind of dabbing that on and put a little bit in the center. And see, it didn't really go out of the lines because the water you put on first is what kind of guides it where to go. So I love that turquoisey color in there. All right, so then you just want to set that aside to dry. So I'm just going to set that right there. Then I'm going to do the flowers the exact same way. So we're going to start with our water. So you definitely want to get it wet first. If you don't, it comes out totally different. So just get it really wet. And then do your other little flower. And that's too much water. And always keep a napkin handy just in case. So I'm just filling in the whole flower with water only. Okay, there we go. All right, now we're gonna go to the medium color. So this is the boho blue, and just kind of dab it all over in there. And get that color going. Now it's super wet, that's okay. And do all three of them. Okay. Now we're going to go back. I'm going to clean that off. Go back with this Misty Moonlight one. And it's so funny, this, like, the water just runs away from the Misty Moonlight color. I don't know why. It doesn't do that with the other ones. You can just see the water running away. That's so funny. So I want it mostly on the edges. I'm going to take a little bit of water out of the center. Okay. Okay. Ooh, love this. And one more. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's too dark. Okay. Don't worry, you can always fix it. Just take some off with the dab of your. Get that over. So I'm just adding, whoops, a little bit of water to it. And then dab it off again. Okay. All right, so that came out a little bit too dark right there because there wasn't enough water on that spot, but that's okay because now we're going to go back to the balmy blue and just dab that on there. Isn't that pretty? It's so funny because these two colors like bleed out, and then the darker one kind of runs away from the water, which is so weird. Okay, so I want that center to be kind of light so I can put that balmy blue in the middle. And if you want to go back and add some more color, just dip it back in there and kind of blend it. It's just so pretty. Kind of mad that I got that spot right there. Trying to blend it out just a little bit. Okay. All right, now I tried to do, the first time I did it, I tried to do the leaves like this, and I think because they're so much thinner, it didn't work. So what I'm going to do with the leaves is instead of using the water painter, I'm going to use the blender pen. So same thing, I'm starting with my green right here, but instead of water, I'm using the blender pen, which is glycerin. And then we're just going to color, because this doesn't bleed like the water does. And you can kind of have a little bit more control over it. You could also use a marker if you wanted to. But when I did this the same way, it just, the the green kind of bled too much because these were so much thinner pieces. And then just do your stems also. I just thought about it. My head's not right in the camera, is it? Because I feel like I'm right over top of my, running out of ink. Ooh, what did I do with the, yeah, there we go. Need another drop. You guys are so quiet today. That's a joke. It's just so quiet in here right now. Usually there's some kind of a noise in my house somewhere, or somebody's mowing the grass, but it's like dead quiet. And you can go back and add some more just to kind of give it more depth a little bit. Okay. All right, so I think we're good with that. And then to clean this, you just wipe it on here. I should have done that on scrap paper instead of messing my sheet up. Boy, there's a lot of ink in there. I'll clean it later. Okay. I'm still upset about this a little bit. It got so dark just in that spot. I wonder if I can just lighten it up just a little bit. I don't think it's going to work. Okay. All right, so we just need to let that dry just a little bit. And so, oh, that soaked through. It sure did. All right, so we're done with that. And I lost my lid. Here it is. Okay, so now you got to cut your butterfly out as soon as it's totally dry, which this one is dry. So, well, actually it's not all the way dry, but you got to dye for this, and you put it on there, and then I always tape it down, but I did one ahead of time just in case it wasn't dry. So I already popped it out for you. So I like to use Post-it tape to tape mine down so they don't move when you're doing it. And then these you can just wipe right off with a paper towel and clean it. I'll do that later. All right, so there we go. So now we're going to start putting it together. I think that's okay. All right, so this goes on the inside. So we're going to put that right there. And use some green glue. Misty Moonlight is my favorite, but I do like blue. Thanks, you guys. I see a lot of very pretties. Lost you for a second. Uh-oh, you lost me. Oh. For some reason, the comments are not scrolling. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's a good shadow. What color did Lisa stamp? Oh, I stamped everything in Stays on Black. Because if you're watercoloring, you want to make sure that the ink doesn't bleed. So if you use Memento, it'll bleed. So you need the Stays On. And that's really the only thing I use Stays On for is watercoloring, because I use Memento for everything else. All right, so this goes on the inside. I went out to mow the grass yesterday. I told you it rained, so it was supposed to rain like at a certain time, and it said like 1 o'clock. So I went out about 12:15 thinking, okay, I can mow the grass before it starts raining. So I go outside, and it's cloudy. It's cloudy, but it's not like storming yet or anything. So I get the mower out, you know, put gas in it, start mowing. About 10 minutes later, I hear thunder. I'm like, oh, crud. So I start, you know, going faster, but, you know, I have a bad knee, so I couldn't go but so fast. Well, then about 5 minutes later, it just torrential downpoured, and I had only gotten like 1/4 of my yard done. And I was like, dang it. So how did I end up with 4 of these? I don't know. Okay, we only need 3. So you're gonna put these on here. These don't really have to match up, you know, that much because they're not like a one big pattern. I mean, it kind of is, but it's kind of not. I mean, if you want to try and match it up, you can. But we just want to make sure they're kind of even. So I like to always lay them down first, and then I start with the bottom one, and then the top one, and then the middle one. So put your glue on there. Put a little bit more. And put that down. So you should have about, I don't know, 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. It's probably like 3/8 of an inch in between there. That's a little crooked. I'm gonna do the top one. And, right. And then, uh-oh. My screen just went black. What happened there? Why am I not here? Can you guys still see me? Uh-oh. You guys lost me too. Hold on. All right, it doesn't say anything's going on, so I don't know what's going on. Black screen. Black screen. What? Oh, I'm back. Okay. Good, good, good. Whew. I don't know what happened. Okay, so we're back. That was strange. I still have a black screen. I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I refresh it. Now I get a commercial. Okay. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden my screen just went black on my computer. But my phone was still there, so I'm not sure why it did that. Hold on. Always something going on. Alrighty. There we go. Now I'm back. Now I can see myself. Okay, so we got that all glued down, so those are pretty much equal. Then, hopefully this is dry by now. I think it is. All right, so we're gonna glue that on to this piece. And then we're gonna put this on with dimensionals. So let me get some dimensionals. And then just peel those off. Okay. All right, and then just kind of center this over to the left a little bit. I didn't want it in the center. I wanted it kind of off to the side a little bit. All right, and then the butterfly, I just kind of bent it a little bit up so it's kind of rounded like that. And then I put glue right in the middle here. You can put glue dots or something if you want to. And then this is gonna go like right in the corner. Make sure you don't go off the paper. I know on the photograph, it kind of looks like I did, but it's only, see, it's not over the paper, but when you lift the wing up, like that, it looks like it is, but it's not. Let me hold that for a second. Okay. So I like to lift the wings up like that. When you mail it, you got to put it back flat, but you know, if you're giving it to somebody, you can just have it like that. Alrighty, then I've got some rhinestones. You can color these rhinestones if you want to with the Stampin' blends, which is something I really like to do all the time. So I did have some colored on here. These are colored with, oh, what color? I think that's the Summer Splash I colored those with, but I didn't have any Misty Moonlight already done, so we're just going to use plain. And if you have a mistake somewhere in here, you can always cover it. That's what I did on my other one. I had a little mistake right there, so I covered it up with my rhinestone. So if you do all that work on your stuff and then you have a mistake, always cover it with a gem or something. And there you go. All right, and then of course we have to do some shimmer, even though you guys can't see it. I can. Give it some sparkle. And there you go. I think my first one came out better, but that's okay. I love that though. Can you see it? Looks like purple in there, kind of. I love it. This one came out better, I think, the first one I did. Except I went out of the lines a little bit. Just, I smeared it with the Kleenex. I mean, the napkin. Okay, so that is my project for today. So let me go back and read. Thumbs up, yes! We've got 71 thumbs up so far, I think, that I see. So you guys, don't forget to thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff for me. I've got a joke and some cards to give away. So when you use glue on white cardstock, it always shows through. Even if you use a little? That's weird. What kind of glue are you using? Mine never shows through, but I mean, you see how much I use? I don't ever have it showing through because, like, that's white and it doesn't show through. I did bend the paper, but it's not the glue. Okay, so I've got a joke. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did I miss any? You're afraid of making mistakes. If you make a mistake, just get out another piece of paper. It's just paper. So, yeah, Millie, we found out they came back in and then they sold out again. Mel, is that CRS for can't remember stuff? Don't be scared to use watercolor paper. Just get out a piece of watercolor paper and practice. That's basically what I did today. And I did mess up, but I just covered it with a rhinestone where I messed up. You can see it when, this is what I did. I don't know if you can see it up close, but I did this originally watercoloring it and it went out of the lines because the water, I put too much water. So I went back, wet it again next to where it messed up. And then I dabbed it with the napkin and got most of it off. But I did cover that with a rhinestone. So if you mess up, you can usually fix it. Your comment, do you only get to type so many letters that cut you off? Oh, CRS is a person. I thought CRS, that's, can't remember, you know, SHIT. That's what I always say. I have CRS. Okay, so let me get my joke. Hold on. All right, this one is from Tony. So Tony sent me this yesterday, I think. And it says, why are you crying? When I went to lunch today, I noticed an old lady sitting on a park bench sobbing her eyes out. I stopped and asked her what was wrong. She said, I have a 22-year-old husband at home. He makes love to me every morning and then gets up and makes me pancakes, sausage, fresh fruit, and freshly ground coffee. I said, well, then why are you crying? She said, well, he makes me homemade soup for lunch, my favorite brownies, and then makes love to me all afternoon. And I said, well, then why are you crying? She said, for dinner, he makes me a gourmet meal with wine and my favorite dessert and then makes love to me till 2 in the morning. And I said, well, why in the world would you be crying? She said, I can't remember where I live. Oh, that was cute. I did not see that one coming. The best jokes are always the ones where you don't see the ending coming. So I love those. So thanks for sending me the joke, Tony. And you guys keep on sending me jokes because I get a lot of them I've already done before, but you know, sometimes I haven't done them. So I'd love to get ones that I haven't done yet. All right, we've got cards to give away. So hold tight for 1 second. And I have some that haven't been claimed yet. So there's 1, 2. Now this one, these are from last, no, wait a minute. That's from, oh, wait a minute. So she never did it. That's a week old. We can re-give that one. So this one is the only one. And then we'll redo this one. Judith, you sent me an email and didn't send me your address. So I emailed you back and I said, Judith was like, yay, I want a card. And then I said, well, you didn't send me your address, so send me your address. So Judith, send me your address. Also, Nina at Ladybird Cards, I swear I saw an email from you or a text or a something, and now I can't find it. It's not in my email, so I'm not sure if you sent it to me on Facebook or something else, but I cannot find it. So make sure you send me your address on my email address. So there's my email address. So you guys send me your address to my email. Make sure you email it to me, because if you don't email it, then I lose it and I don't see it. So you got to email it. All right, so here's more cards. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, can you guys see all those? Let me scoot it up a little bit. Ugh. Okay. All right, let me pick some good ones and hope all these people are watching today. Oh, Jody says she hasn't won one in a long time. All right, I'll put your name in there again. Okay, first one is Sandy Coy Emery. So that's that one. Then we have Liz Aronson. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm not picking her. Somehow Vicky's name got in there too many times. Melissa Merritt. Kitty Williams. And last one, Carolyn Ketchmark. All right, so those are the winners for today. And don't forget, Lori, if you see your name on here, make sure you send me your email, your address. Judith, I need your email, your address. Can't even talk. And Nina, make sure you send me those, your address. All these other people, make sure you send me your address. And it's stampgirl2@cox.net. Make sure you got that number 2 in there. So congratulations, everybody. Vicky, you just won 3 cards, so you're not winning. I don't know how your name got in there so much. Oh, I know. Because if you send me a card, I put your name in there. So if you send me a card in the mail, you automatically get your name in there on top of all the other ones. So that's why Vicky's is in there so much. But I think you've won enough lately, Vicky. So we'll let somebody else have a chance, okay? All right, you just sent Judith a message. Okay, good, Carol. All right, you guys, congratulations, and thanks for joining me tonight. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the comments, and I will be back Saturday with another video, and I might do a new card kit Saturday, because Saturday is the 29th, and then Tuesday is the 2nd, so I can't decide if I should do it Saturday or Tuesday, but, oh, Bill, I hope you're okay, and that you can join us next time, and I hope you start feeling better. And yeah, sorry, Marilyn. All right, have a great day, everybody, and a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.